Bam. No, you start at the beginning intro.
You're listening to The Joe Cronin Show.
What's up, wrestling fans? My name is Joe Cronin. Told you I was going to do that every show now. And I'm here with Justin Bailey from the Best There Is podcast on YouTube. What's up, Justin? Bam.
I'm drinking beer again.
Oh, we're going to hear the echo of everything we just did now because YouTube's stupid. Skype is fucked up. Skype is broken. There's still something wrong with Skype. We experienced this first the other night, and it looks like it's continuing. I'm working on it still, and we'll work onto it into the night, but for right now purposes, we're not able to take calls, so that's not going to be able to happen. But the donation thing is available, so if you would like to get a question across and we don't see it in the chat, feel free to donate with your question. I know it sounds like some big scam to get you to do that, but we're also going to be doing a little bit of a voting process tonight. Who you think is going to win the Rumble? And if you donate tonight, make sure you put in. If you donate $2 and you want to vote for Reigns, that counts as 2 votes to Reigns, so you can vote with your dollar tonight. And anyway, let's go ahead. There's some. Yes.
You could donate $2 to Roman Reigns, except $1 goes to Roman and the other dollar goes to buying me another fucking beer.
Oh, you drinking again tonight? That's
Dude,
not right.
I'm on fire.
You're gonna die.
I know.
After last night, to monetize this was insane.
God.
People are worried about you. Like, I got, and you know what's funny is I didn't give a shit. People were like tweeting me like, "Hey man, how's Justin? Is he okay? I hope Justin's okay. Where is he?" Like, people are really worried. Like, where is he and shit? Have you talked to him today?
I vaguely remember after we like went off the air, you saying, Justin. And I was like, and he was like, "Go to bed, man."
I picture you like bent over with drool just jizzing out of your mouth all over the place.
I was naked.
Oh. Well, you got
It was a really good episode.
You got my attention. It really was. It was. We turned some people our way. Royal Rumble is coming up, and there's all kinds of big rumors, interesting leaks, sort of spoiler talk going on there. There's one of the biggest shockers that we could come up with, and a guarantee, which we're gonna really make into a separate video, but we'll break it here too. We're gonna talk about that in a little while.
Yeah, we're going to give it some time to simmer and marinate.
Yeah, we want to make sure that everybody's in here when we go after that.
Yeah.
But let's go into something more crazy, like Stone Cold being there. This has only come to my mind because the WWE released this video that's been going crazy, where it's like top wrestlers or something that we want to see show up at the Rumble, and it's like Daniel Bryan and Seth Rollins and Stone Cold and Goldberg is on there. And I wonder if none of those people then will show up, or if there's something to that. And it's the Stone Cold one got me going like, ooh. I mean, the other day I said Stone Cold will absolutely never will not come back, and neither will Shawn Michaels, because I'm just sick of talking about it, to be honest.
Yeah, it would be, I think me and you were talking earlier, if somebody like Stone Cold showed up, just how crazy that would be.
Right.
But the problem is, like, it depending on how much they actually have planned for somebody like that, the difference is it really kills the vibe when you bring back somebody huge like that and then they don't spend much time in the Rumble and they're just thrown out. Right. Because to me, that's just nothing but a fucking cry for a pop.
Yep.
Not that I wouldn't love the fact that Stone Cold even got in the ring, because he's different.
Well, what if Stone Cold got in the ring and Brock Lesnar was in the ring?
What if everybody's dreams came true that were salivating for it, 4 months ago? Stone Cold gets in there and eliminates Brock Lesnar. And
exactly.
That would be great. Is that what you were talking about?
Yes, that's exactly it. Or even whether listen, there can be two things. There can be that they create a feud in this Rumble, Stone Cold and Brock Lesnar, or it can just simply be that they're in there at the same time and then they start trading right hands. It doesn't even necessarily have to lead to a WrestleMania match, although it just should. But if it didn't, just seeing it anyway would be pretty cool.
Well, according to TJ 104, he's telling us Stone Cold's not returning and for us to calm our tits.
Yeah. I mean, I said this the other night. I said, stop asking me about Stone Cold and Shawn Michaels. They're not coming back. They are not coming back. But I can't help it. I can't help but get an erection about this anyway. And
I mean, we grew up with this guy, man. We dreamed to see this guy one more day in the fucking ring.
I never thought that I would dream of seeing him one more day in the ring either. I just always thought he'd be here. I can't even believe that Stone Cold's been out of wrestling action for like 12 years.
I think me and Joe, didn't we break it down earlier? And it's like there's 9 slots that are unknown for the Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
That's unbelievable. So you can't tell me that there's
Mysterio.
a 100%, yeah, there's a 100% chance that, or I'm saying a 100% like for sure that Stone Cold doesn't show up. There is still a small, like 0.1% that he could show up.
Yeah.
It's far-fetched, but it could happen.
Jeff Hardy shows up.
Fuck Jeff Hardy.
He's still injured. Can you believe that WWE has already had the Austin Aries T-shirt up for like a day? It's already been up.
It's like when Samoa Joe debuted. He had his shirt on. These guys now, when they debut, they're immediately thrusted in making sure to sell their merchandise.
Wouldn't it be funny if like Austin Aries T-shirts, and it looks great by the way. His T-shirt looks awesome. Like his logo, all his shit. It looks awesome.
So good. He is so good.
He is good.
He's one of the only reasons I was tuning in to watch TNA. I mean, he's just great.
If his shirt sells more, his merchandise is gonna sell more than like Jack Swagger's or somebody's. Like, that's just.
I would hope.
Yeah, but it's kind of like sad in a way.
Can you believe they're still selling his fucking T-shirts that have like that, like trace line or whatever of his hand over his fucking heart?
Why not milk that for all it's worth? They screwed up with them the minute that Cesaro didn't take that music.
Yeah.
I thought Cesaro should have kept that music. But then again, I guess Jack Swagger needed it more because at least he has that. If he had remained on television and kept wrestling and doing the things that whatever he does, he would have been more viable. It would have been better. But because it's like he just dropped off for like a long time, it was just like, oh, this is kind of over. He's like Dolph Ziggler. You're just like, I don't care.
You're right about the music thing because when I was watching NXT Arrival the other day and Cesaro and Sammy put that match on, when Cesaro came out to that music, it just felt right.
Yeah, Cesaro, it did feel right. It did.
Like he still had the
no, it doesn't.
Music.
Fuck that. Nothing feels right with Cesaro. I take it back. Fucking.
That's what you call a 3-second flop right there.
When did we talk about our popsicle earlier? Yeah, everything was going good with our. They're gonna get praised. The Bullet Club did the curtain call. And we talked about it for setting the internet on fire tonight. Yeah, fucking Matt. You guys should go check it out. I put the link in the description box below, and that's really about all I got to say about it. Carl Anderson, Doc Gallows, all joining the WWE, so they did the curtain call with the Young Bucks in an ROH event in Duluth, Georgia, which
we were still laughing
so check that out in the comments below.
Oh, yeah.
And also wanted to let you know that in a second, me and Justin are going to be doing a live show.
In a second.
So look for that. It's going to be, we're going to be talking about Royal Rumble predictions. Pretty shocking stuff going on right now as far as the Royal Rumble goes and what could be. And
I got a big story that just broke. I just made.
Yeah. So join us live. You make all kinds of fucked up noises that nobody knows the hell's wrong with you. People are like, is he okay? People think you're drunk and dying. They think like you're like, I did not just pick my nose. I rubbed my finger up my face, just so you know. For that, if you're watching this video, we're probably live right now, or maybe,
yeah, we are.
We're not. But even if we're not, the video's up, so go watch it. We're also
grab a bottle of Jergens and a beer. It's gonna be fun.
Here it comes. Neptune popsicle.
Grab a bottle of Jergens and a beer. It's gonna be fun.
Neptune popsicle. I have no idea what that means.
Neptune
I don't even
popsicle.
know what that means. There's no such thing as a Neptune popsicle. You know what I'm thinking of is like those rocket pops, the red, white, and blue ones.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You're like,
I know what
whatever.
you're talking about. No, I knew what you were talking about.
Oh, okay, all right.
Neptune popsicle. It sounds like
Wait,
something
no, keep playing it. Keep playing it.
guys in San Francisco do to each other.
On our Rumble video, we're going to figure out how fast it takes for a popsicle to melt in Joe's ass. Tune in.
All right, we'll see you then. Wow. Yeah, we had no idea what just happened.
Oh, that's great.
I really believe strongly that Daniel Bryan is absolutely going to come back. And
I
but
totally agree.
But maybe not. But there's someone we believe will absolutely not win the Rumble, and we're going to tell you why later. But I'm going to absolutely say Daniel Bryan has to come back. But if he does, he screws up Roman Reigns' whole deal. So
yeah,
I don't know. There's still that side. I mean, it's like they really would let that happen because that will screw up Roman Reigns' whole deal. But people are still not over it. Like, if Roman Reigns was only over with 30% of the crowd before, he's probably over with like 45% of the crowd now. So he still hasn't gotten to Daniel Bryan's like 90%. You know, Daniel Bryan is like 98% over with the crowd. Like there's a small percentage of people that are like, I don't like Bryan and I'm sick of him, and there's a small percentage of people that are doing that. And
I think Roman would just get over so much more. I swear to God, if he would just stop trying hard.
Yeah, the less he tries, the better he is. When I hear him in radio interviews and stuff, I'm like, this guy's cool. But then when I see him on Raw, I'm like, this sucks. Except for a couple times he, like you mentioned it the other day, but he's had a couple other times too that I've noticed where I'm like, that promo was good. This is going well. But then it's so long and then bad stuff eclipses it, so you kind of just forget.
Shit bomb.
Oh, first donation.
Remember that JD said that Roman wins, that he will go to the Titan Tower.
Oh, that's right. Stars Scream with the first donation here. He's going to go to Titan Tower if Roman Reigns wins. I'm going to go there too.
Wait, who did he vote for? Did he vote?
Oh, he didn't vote. No, Stars Scream did not vote, but he did donate. But so you can vote for who you think is going to win the Royal Rumble. We're going to be putting a list up here as we speak. Stars Scream, thanks for the donation. Also want to shout out Pennzoil Pete donated as well, and I missed that donation. Pennzoil Pete says, go get yourself another fucking beer, Justin.
Wait, what? He donated?
Yeah, Pennzoil Pete donated again. We missed it earlier.
Don't fuck with me. Are you guys just trying to get me fucking wasted? That's from last night.
I keep forgetting when people donate $1, it doesn't alert me. I gotta make sure I keep an eye on it.
So I gotta go get another beer. Okay.
Yeah, bottom line, you gotta get a beer.
It's Pennzoil Pete's the reason I was crunk last night.
The bottom line.
Justin got tool bagged last night, guys.
Broken Skull Ranch.
So we got 9 people. What if Fandango is one of those 9 people that we don't know about?
Pause for 3 seconds for Pennzoil Pete.
Oh, there it is. He popped it open.
Yeah, so, and a quick shout out too, by the way, we have about 200 people watching right now, so right on.
Sweet, there we go. This is a Royal Rumble's predictions, so there's some people ready to go for this Rumble. This is a highly anticipated WWE Royal Rumble. There's a lot of buzz going on right now. I'm really excited, even though I shouldn't be.
Joe and I have some pretty big spoilers too, man. Or not spoilers, but it's pretty. You put 2 and 2 together. Me and Joe's got some serious shit that we're going to be releasing here in a little while. It's a couple of stories that broke that we found out about. So
yeah.
But you were talking about Daniel Bryan, and we were talking off air about this. You know, I'm with you. I think this, if not any other time, this is the most important and would be the most epic time for Daniel Bryan to come on.
Yes.
If his music hits tomorrow, the roof, that place is going into space.
Oh, dude, that place will blow up. I will blow up. Even with all this talk a day before it happening, I will absolutely explode in my pants. Like, that's how...
Make sure and take a picture. You know, the thing is, too, with the Daniel Bryan situation, I think we said it the other day was... what the hell?
I keep doing that.
Daniel Bryan, if he comes back to the Rumble, here's the thing. We want him to win. Problem is, he won't win. Hands down, there's not a chance in hell that Bryan wins the Rumble.
Really?
There's just not. I think I was saying this last night. It's just how WWE time after time has put the title on him. And Joe, every time he's gotten injured, it's just business smart to not roll your dice like that. Coming up on the biggest.
You think they'll give him the U.S. title then?
If they do, that's great. He just won't win the Rumble.
I can understand. I actually agree with WWE because of his injuries and what's going on, what they have to do. I agree with WWE that they have to, they can't do it literally because they can't trust him right now. They have to wait till he kind of builds himself back up, and then if people call for it again, he can be champion and go up against Reigns.
But the secret to it is, my point is,
yeah,
as long as he has a strong showing in the Rumble, no one can bitch. If he doesn't win and people call in and bitch, but he had a super strong showing, you're asking for too much.
I think they're gonna bitch. Listen, I don't blame the crowd because I'm gonna be mad myself. I'm literally going to be pissed off if he doesn't win.
3 votes for Justin put him in the lead to start the show.
Oh,
Fuck
wow.
yeah, I'm winning the Rumble, baby.
Wow, Justin Bailey's winning the Rumble.
Was that my boy Pennzoil?
Pennzoil Pete just donated
Pennzoil's
for Justin.
my boy, dude.
Holy
He
shit.
keeps me drunk and in the front lines.
Equals 3.
That was for Pennzoil, that drink right there. I'm taking a fucking shot of Crown for Pennzoil Pete next time he donates.
Some people don't understand that Pennzoil Pete is a character that I did on a show once. Oh, no. I mean, he's really a person.
Well, God bless that character because I blacked out drunk because of that character last night.
There's Justin Bailey on the top right of your screen, leading with 3 votes for $3 donated by Pennzoil Pete, who's on the board twice here, along with Starscream. Thank you, guys.
I'm going to throw Roman Reigns right over the top, and I will be the next fucking WWE champion. I'm going to take over WWE, and I'm going to show fans exactly what it takes to be a strong fucking champion.
Wow. That was really, I believe you. I fucking believe you.
And the WWE cannot control my fucking language because there is no filter on Justin Bailey. There is no fucking filter.
There ain't no damn filter, son.
There ain't no filter on this son bitch. Let me tell you, you piece of trash.
I'm sorry to everybody who wants to call up tonight. The Skype is broken. I'm still working on getting it fixed. I really am going to try hard to get it fixed for the Rumble because we're screwed if I can't take phone calls on the Rumble. So I am going to work all night long to fix the Skype. It is screwed up. I can't take calls right now, but I will work real hard to get it fixed by Rumble time tomorrow night.
It's a shame Adrian Lopez couldn't have called up last night because me and him would have went at it.
Yeah.
Oh, and by the way, Awesome Auntie, he's been tweeting me saying, or he tweeted last night, he's like, hey, let me in the call. I'm going to verbally abuse. Come on, let's see what happens.
Yeah. Well, we can't, though.
Yeah, so fuck off.
Let me look in the chat. What's going on in the chat? Why do people saying people dropping the N-bomb all over the chat? I don't know what's going on.
Ooh, really? Daniel Bryan's pretty white. I don't understand why that would be talked about.
I don't know.
Dude, Daniel Bryan, and my thing with him is, as long as he's on my TV, I'm okay with that. If he's wrestling, I don't want him thrusted in some ignorant-ass role as like Raw GM or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
As long as he's wrestling quality matches on my TV, I don't care because, people, no matter what, if Daniel Bryan returns and gets thrown out, they're going to be pissed because he didn't win. If Daniel Bryan shows up and he's a super strong competitor in that Rumble, I'm a happy guy.
Right.
Because he got approved and he's back in WWE, and that's all that matters to me because I love Daniel Bryan.
What if someone's really upset because we can't take calls, so Beefy Mario can't be here.
Oh, it's a shame. Fuck you.
Hell yeah. What do you think about Roman Reigns?
Who said that?
Kill him. I'm just picturing Beefy Mario doing that.
Hey, you want to watch the chat blow up?
Yeah.
Here we go. Unfortunately, people need to start making amends with the fact that there is a chance, and a pretty decent chance, that Roman Reigns wins this Royal Rumble.
Oh. I think a lot of people are prepared for that, but if it happens, the problem is, I think if Roman Reigns wins the Rumble, everything they were sort of building a little bit with Reigns, there's going to be a big pushback. I think there's going to be a big pushback of, they kind of undid everything because people will be mad all over again.
But after the news that me and you received earlier, how is it not him?
How is it not him winning? Yeah, I mean, you're right, but I don't know. But if he wins and Daniel Bryan isn't there, people are going to be chanting Daniel Bryan. If maybe not though. I mean, something. We're not in Philly this year. We are in some area of Florida that I don't even know what these people. You know,
I think people underestimate the chances, the high percentage chances. Excuse me, the high percentage chances of Roman Reigns winning that Royal Rumble.
if he wins, I'm gonna be mad. I just know.
Why
that.
not? We should all be fucking raging if he wins. Because that would be 2 years in a row they've expunged all of our patience with Roman Reigns. The dude will get booed until he retires if he wins this Rumble again. Like, they're wanting this guy to get over, but, man, I was listening to an interview with Vince McMahon. It was on that Stone Cold podcast the other day, and he was talking about how he listens to the fans. He doesn't listen to the fucking fans.
They used to. Maybe back in the day. They always to be like, they always say, because they'd always be like, it's about what they think and what they say, and they tell us what to do. And I mean, we did in a way, right? We told them we wanted Daniel Bryan, and he won the WWE Championship. But it's almost
but we
like,
also told him if Roman Reigns wins the Rumble last year, we were going to murder him, and they
Yeah.
did it anyway. And they damn near killed him as he was trying to leave Philly. Those Philly fans.
I think that remember the guys that sat on their chairs and attacked the Usos or something? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, the Usos, like they broke their windshield or something.
And the Usos, it's because they're these white guys. They were like, fuck these Samoans. these big fat white guys with Royal Rumble chairs.
I fucking hate white people.
Yeah, just screaming about Reigns winning the Rumble. Mike Bennett looked amazing last night at Top Rope Promotions. He looked so good. He's the Miracle now, you know.
Yeah.
The Miracle Mike. He's a miracle. I asked
Debuted
him
on TNA.
I asked him to save me, and he said, "Fuck you."
Good. Deserved it. Didn't they drink your beer? Is that what you said?
No, it was. I think it was. I was. The action, I'm telling you, dude, it was a lot of fun because they saw me, and so they crashed into my announce table, which was cool because I didn't think that something like that was happening. So everyone was looking over in my area, and I'm like, I stood up with the mic and I'm screaming in the mic like, they're over here on the table. And the funniest thing is that Congo grabs my water as he stumbles by and then drinks it, and I go, what the hell? He just took my water. And then as Vinny's following him, he grabs my beer off the table and then he chugs it as he walks by. It was like a whole fucking skit out of a perfect spot in a match. And I'm like, and he just took my beer. And the people started roaring. It was hilarious last night, dude.
Hey, I'm picturing Awesome Auntie's face right now.
Yeah. Oh God. The Royal Rumble. What if Kane wins the Rumble? What if the Big Show wins the Rumble? Well, what if the Big Show wins the Rumble? Really? Like, what do you do?
Well,
why are people saying the N-word so much? What is going on? What's wrong with
there
these
is
people?
no better time than to go straight to Connecticut and shit on Vince McMahon's doorstep.
Yeah.
And then set his house on fire.
Okay, you said it. Justin Bailey, Indiana.
There you go.
Listen, what if? Oh, can you? You know what though? As bad as it would be if the Big Show won, is bad and terrible if the Big Show won. How bad that would be. Imagine the T-shirt sales for JD.
Oh my God.
Get off my TV would just run rampant.
He would be able to retire off of that T-shirt design.
And this is the end of the Big Show. Like, he's coming to the end of his contract, and he said he was retiring after this.
Good.
So maybe they would want to like throw the belt on him as a heel.
Dude, let me say something, okay?
Jesus.
From the time Big Show got here in 1989 until now, I've never once found him remotely interesting.
Yeah.
Not one fucking time. Joe, was it not? Weren't we just reviewing on the Remembering WrestleMania series?
Yeah.
The WrestleMania 2000 with that fatal four-way that the Big Show was in there?
Yes.
Poop.
Yep.
Absolute poop.
I will say that we're about to shoot part 3 of this tonight. So part 3 of this will be up tomorrow. So when you guys are itching for the Rumble, you can hear our part 3 of Remembering WrestleMania tomorrow, or even tonight. It'll be up early in the morning for you. Real early here. But there are a few moments that I can think of that I remember of him, and we'll talk about that when we do WrestleMania. I'll just say the first one that everyone thinks of, the Floyd Money Mayweather thing, as far as that's one of his best things.
Yeah.
Which is,
well, just the part where he got hit.
because he gets knocked out, like, or punched in the face or whatever.
Oh, and by the way, for the fans, me and Joe are cooking up something right now, a new series, and it's going to be about the road to WrestleMania, leading all the way up to WrestleMania 32. It's in the works right now, so we're working on it.
It's gonna be naughty.
It is gonna be naughty. It's gonna be rated NC-17.
Now and as far as Big Show himself, like the things I remember about him the most are like the ring breaking,
that would be the one time I actually thought was cool was when Brock and him broke the ring.
They break the ring. He's riding on his dad's casket in that skit with the Big Boss Man. Maybe I kind of like remember when he was the ECW champion a little bit, like for some reason. I don't know why that comes to mind. I remember him showing up at Valentine's Day Massacre, coming from under the ring. And being the Floyd Money Mayweather thing, and this is none of it's good. Like, it's just not like he's so big and amazing. So he is amazing with how he can move with a lot of times, but we've had enough. He flips too much. That's what really hurt him. Is just always being this, hey kids, and like, hey everybody, and then he's like, I don't need you people. It's like, what? Who is this guy? I don't know.
He's a piece of shit. That's what he is.
Yeah.
He sucks. By the way, shout out again, 242 people watching, and it is almost 3 o'clock in the morning.
That's epic. I feel like it's 2 p.m. in the afternoon. Like, I am fucked tonight. I'm going to be up late.
Me and you are the new fucking, like, late night warriors for WWE Talk on YouTube Live.
Yeah.
We are remembering WrestleMania Part 2. We went until 7 a.m. in the morning.
We're stupid.
Obviously, that's what AM means, but...
We're stupid.
We are stupid. I remember me and you were so dead the next day, too, because didn't we have to do State of the WWE the next day?
Yeah, I think I woke up at like 2.
Because me and you had done, that weekend, we had done like 6 hours worth of podcasting.
Yeah, we that was some kind of record, a marathon or something. I don't know what the fuck
and
you
then
call
we
it.
did an hour for State of the WWE. We were like warriors that weekend. That was last weekend.
People mentioned it too in the comments. They were like, you guys are crazy. Like, some people know, they were like, dude, you did like 9 hours of shit. That's what Adrian said too. He's like, I donated $100 last night because you guys are crazy. He just felt
like giving the fans plenty of content, man. We give you guys gobs of content to get you by, man.
Undertaker. What if Undertaker wins the Rumble?
Then I'll start jerking off violently on camera.
Oh my God! Did you see what Awesome Auntie sent?
Did he fucking tweet it?
He tweeted shit in your face.
What?
He tweeted poop in a toilet.
Is it real fucking poop?
It's real shit in the toilet. It's gross.
Ooh!
It's on my Twitter. Ugh. That's gross.
I'm not gonna lie, Awesome Auntie, that's
probably really his.
That's over the line.
You think so?
No, actually, it's pretty fucking brilliant.
If he tweeted, well, he's like 12 or something, isn't he?
Ugh.
They're 15. I don't know.
What is your diet, Auntie? Your turds got a real odd dark shade of brown.
Yeah, that looks like mine now. But when I was a kid, I had these big solid ones that I didn't even have to wipe anything. I
love how my fucking little head is right there on the top of the turd.
Yeah, it should have been that little one floating off to the side.
That's all right. It's fine. Awesome Auntie's a little bitch. He's a little bitch. And you're not gonna be putting my face on a big pile of steaming cow dung when I win the Royal Rumble tomorrow, because according to our poll right now, I'm leading the Royal Rumble poll right now with 3 votes.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you're winning.
I am winning the Rumble as of right now.
Let me go to the chat and see what's up here.
While he's checking out the chat, guys, don't forget to donate who you think is going to win the Rumble. If you donate $1, that is 1 vote to whoever you think is going to win.
If Roman Reigns wins, I'm gonna drink bleach.
Okay. That won't solve it, but all right.
Tony C goes, Justin Bailey is more violent and awesome on Monetize This.
Well, you got to understand. Who said that?
Tony C.
Okay, well, Tony C, you got to understand. I'm only 3 drinks in right now. Last night I was 11.
You can donate to Justin. He'll drink, and then we'll have last night Justin back. $1 beers tonight, man. You donate $1, I'd fucking chug a beer. And Pennzoil Pete kept me very hydrated last night. Do you think all right, so Triple H is like the favorite to win this in Vegas right now. You realize that?
Yeah, he's like the big like
It's
paid
like
out dark horse.
it's like Triple H or everyone else, or Roman Reigns or something like that, right? Or Daniel Bryan. It's something like that. It's like in Vegas you can do like Triple H or Roman Reigns or everybody else. So you can pick one of those three.
I used to pay attention to those polls online, and if I remember the biggest one, Joe, was the night of WrestleMania 30. And it was during Brock Lesnar and Undertaker. And like right before that match started, there was a huge shift in Brock Lesnar's bets.
Really?
Like the numbers for Brock going over in the match. And like people won so much money on that match.
I don't understand how it's legal to do that. Like, cause couldn't Vince be like set up a bunch of people to go bet in Vegas and tell them, like, hey.
I used to bet on wrestling, but the problem is it's very, very. I mean, just think of the racketeering.
How do you bet on it in Indiana? Can I bet on it here? Like, I can't because I'm in Massachusetts.
No. All private betting.
Oh, okay.
Like one thing we do, we're doing this year as well, is we draw numbers for the Royal Rumble. It's it's $1 a guy, so you can pay $5 and you get 5 guys. Then you stick 30 numbers in a bucket. You draw numbers out, and then you go to those people that get those numbers.
Oh,
does that make any sense?
Yeah, I get what you're saying. Yeah.
And yeah, so I mean, that's just a thing we do for our parties that we have for pay-per-views. We always do one for Rumble, SummerSlam, and Mania. So, we have a lot of fun with that. But like, we used to do private betting, 20, 30 people in, and we'd bet on matches. But it just got silly. People were like paying too attention to those Vegas polls, and they were just flip-flopping, and it just turned into just obvious fucking racketeering.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, why? How can it be legal? Vince could just be like, "Hey, he's returning," and then like get 50 people to put money on that, and the WWE could just constantly take in like hundreds of thousands of dollars betting on their own thing that they knew the outcome of.
That's right. I mean, it's okay,
right? I mean, like if me
and you had our own promotion. We paid somebody in the crowd. We didn't pay them. We just told them to bet our money on the matches we book.
Yeah.
And we make tons of money.
Like, yeah, my show, like, bet if Joe Cronin's going to upload a video today. Like, I would go bet on that because I knew what I was doing.
Yeah. And you can bet that we would talk about shoving popsicles up your ass.
Our buddy from India here, just Mr. Singh from... just said he gives us a credit for being up so late and doing the show. Right on, man. We appreciate the shout out, man. We love being up in here late for our audience all over the world. What time is it in India right now? I'm trying to think. I don't know. He's a Manchester United fan, though. Hey, make sure you're caught up. Make sure nobody's bought me drinks, man. I'm out. No, I'm empty right now. No, you're good. Nobody's bought you any drinks yet, man. Okay, well, I'm going to be talking on the show. I'm going to start getting dry, and I'm going to start turning into a very violent man. You going to get angry? I could. If you get angry, I want you to come over here and beat me off. Hey, great. Awesome Auntie just tweeted me. This ought to be interesting. Let's see what he has to say. Oh, maybe Austin Aries will win the Rumble. I wish the phones were working because I would take phone calls and say, like... Look at the fucking picture Awesome Auntie just tweeted. Oh, no. Is it more poop? I don't think he attached me to this one. Oh, he did. He put poop in your mouth. Yeah. Isaac just texted me a picture of me sliding on a rainbow. What the hell? On a turd. What is going on tonight? Dude, it's a crazy night, man. All right. Crazy night. We're absolutely dominating the late night wrestling talk right now. Yeah. If only we would talk about wrestling. I mean... We're bizarre. Well, I'm trying to think of who else could be in the Rumble. Goldberg? I don't give a shit. I don't care if Goldberg shows up in the Rumble. I mean, maybe like when Goldberg shows up when Brock's already in there. Oh, Singh says it's 1:30 p.m. That's right. That's what I thought. I thought it was going to say like 12 or 11, but okay. Dude, I would actually probably go nuts if Goldberg returned. I think that'd be badass. I think I will too. I think I'm lying. I'm like, yeah, I'd be like, oh yeah, it's it. Fuck, he's back. Dude, if his old fucking WCW music hit with those big fucking drums, and he came out with the cops and everything. Wouldn't that be sick? Oh my god. That'd be crazy, dude. I'd lose it.
The entrance at Halloween Havoc, I think it was '98 when he took on Diamond Dallas Page. That is the greatest entrance of all time.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that was so epic.
You know what's funny is like Leah didn't watch WCW or anything like that. So the other day I was sitting there watching old WCW stuff, and I was watching. It might have been that Halloween Havoc. It was him and DDP. Maybe, I think.
Yeah, that was Halloween.
That was
Havoc,
it. Okay,
DDP, yeah.
I watched the same one the other day, and she's like, "What the fuck is going on? Like, why is this guy coming out with all these people? And like, what is happening?"
Dude, people need to understand that. Like, if they weren't around when Goldberg was at his peak, that was like the most intense guy on wrestling at the time.
All your buddies, all your friends, like you were just like I don't know what it was. Like you were like, I can't fucking wait for Goldberg to come out and kill somebody.
You were enthralled when Goldberg's music hit and he came out because he just looked like a fucking freak. He just did a line of fucking meth, dude, and he was just like running out there and barking and shit.
He's breathing the smoke in, getting burned in the eyes. He didn't give a shit.
Oh my God. And you know, the thing is, like, he wasn't like the best wrestler in the world, but his intensity in the ring made you believe that it was a fucking shoot every time.
Was that the pay-per-view where like they like ran over the time?
Yeah, it was like so pay-per-views allow a 15-minute runtime over. And I think their entrances ended at the 15-minute runtime over. So the entire match never aired.
That is just the funniest thing ever, and like the worst thing ever. Luckily, that was one I didn't buy.
Is that match on the network, Joe?
Oh,
like,
I don't know.
Like the pay-per-view, I can look it up real quick, but you know that pay-per-view on the network, if it ran over, I wonder if they actually include that match on the network.
I'm sure it does work. Someone was telling me to use Google Hangouts if Skype doesn't work. I hate Google Hangouts. It looks like shit. Actually, before I was able to go live on YouTube this way, Google Hangouts was the only way to do it, and I used to use it all the time, but once I got this, I was like, I'm done with that shit.
Yeah, like, because I have the Goldberg DVD or the Blu-ray or whatever, and it's got, like, you know, his best matches or whatever. And it has that match on there.
Yeah. And,
you know, it's got Goldberg talking about how the match went over and stuff. And there was just a ton of matches on that card. So, okay, so here it is. I got it pulled up right now. This was the same night Sting took on Bret Hart. That's cool. Okay, so Goldberg versus Diamond Dallas Page. Let's see here. Yeah, it looks like the match actually happened. Yep, it did. It's on there. 3 hours and 15 minutes.
That's crazy. I think I did see it when I watched this the other day. I should probably remember that, but let me bring us back to the Rumble, because this is a Rumble's predictions video.
Yeah, sorry guys.
People
I probably did that to us. My
people
bad.
are like, what the fuck is going on?
Okay, so Rumble. Let me ask you this, Joe. We've probably done this 1,000 times, man, but who is literally your pick to win this Royal Rumble?
I know who I want to win the Rumble.
Obviously.
I want Daniel Bryan to win the Rumble.
I think there's a collective agreement amongst every wrestling fan right now that wants Daniel Bryan to win.
Yeah. Like, I want to see him return, number one. I want to see him win the Rumble, since that hasn't happened the 3 other times. This is the 3rd year, and he hasn't won the Rumble any of these times. And I think it would be a huge moment in the Rumble. It would be weird, though, for him to win, because then he has the title. And then
it just doesn't make sense.
Yeah, that's the thing. It doesn't make sense. Like, oh, Daniel Bryan's now the champion, so then who's going to face him? Does because Roman Reigns gets a rematch? But then what's the angle with Vince? Because then they don't like Daniel Bryan either. So they wouldn't be happy that Bryan versus Roman would happen. So what if Seth Rollins did return tonight,
man,
and then became the champion again to go to WrestleMania with the belt?
As cool as that would be, it's, you know, we just know it's not going to happen.
Yeah,
it would be so cool, but dude, he just literally snapped his leg in two.
Yeah.
You know what? 2 months ago.
MCL, ACL.
There's just, unless he has a more rebuilding body than John Cena, it's just not going to happen. You know, I had mentioned to Dave Rose one day on Twitter that what if Roman Reigns turns heel to win the Royal Rumble?
That would be acceptable for me. Except,
Like, what if he got a chair to use the chair and maybe used it on Daniel Bryan? Hit him right in the fucking neck or something.
what do they do with the whole authority thing though? They just pretend like they're not there anymore, or
Maybe the authority, he turns and joins the authority or something like that. Maybe it was all just a big fucking.
I feel like it's too late for that. I feel like he's attacked McMahon, like all this shit. Like I just feel like it's way too late for him to turn heel now. It's too much, like, it doesn't make sense.
It does not make sense for him to turn heel to win the Rumble. Because then he would technically have to align himself with McMahon's, because you're not going to turn the McMahon's face. So, yeah, I mean, I'm just saying, like, hypothetically, I would be more happy with Roman turning heel to win the Rumble than just Roman Reigns as a babyface Superman winning the Rumble.
If he wins as like a Superman and haha Vince and I overcame it, like, that's going to be annoying.
You're going to have a good viewership rating for your Royal Rumble video.
Yeah. I think, to be honest, if you're like a betting person, you really gotta think very hard about. It's probably Triple H coming in, because we haven't seen Triple H. He attacked Triple H. He's attacked Vince. Triple H coming in at number 30 or 31. I still think the idea of Roman thinking he won the Rumble, and with the title, and then Vince coming out and saying, "Oh, Roman, I forgot there's one more entrant in the Royal Rumble," and for it to be, Triple H, and I feel like that could happen tonight, tonight.
I mean, yeah, that would be really cool. I mean, people, there's some people that have saying they would not want to see Triple H as champion again. I would want to see him as champion again. How cool would it be to see Triple H do just one more full-time run in WWE?
It'd be great.
I'm talking house shows, pay-per-views, the whole 9 yards.
There is something that's annoying about it in a way, because first of all, I have wanted to see Triple H come back and go for a title again, but it's almost like not like this type of thing, because then it's Triple H versus Roman for the title at WrestleMania, and then it's Brock isn't gonna not want to fight for that title. Like, I feel like Brock is like in Triple H. Paul.
It's scary to think that there's a chance there could be a triple threat or even a fatal four-way for the title at Mania.
Yeah, I don't want that to happen.
That scares the shit out of me.
Hate those matches.
I want fights. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I want one-on-one. I want matches.
It's
so much easier to build one against one.
It's sad that, Triple H, when you think about who's the heel now, who's the top heel, Sheamus didn't work, and doesn't work as the top heel with the belt. So Sheamus doesn't work. Nobody works. The only person that works is Seth Rollins was kind of working, but the product was so bad that it didn't matter. But it'd be Triple H could be the heel. He could be the biggest heel, and but it's sad that a Kevin Owens couldn't have been put in this position, or or Roman himself couldn't have been turned. Like, the stage was set to do that stuff, but they want Mr. Superman on Good Morning America.
Yeah,
they want the big sexy guy the ladies like, and it's making me want to puke on myself. And the fact is that the biggest reaction that the fans have given to anybody is still Daniel Bryan. It's still Daniel Bryan. He got pops that rival some of Stone Cold and The Rock's pops. He got some of that. Not quite, but he got some of that, and no one else is coming close. Not coming close. Nobody, except for when The Rock returns.
As far as being organic, especially, Daniel Bryan is literally the most recent and has been for years the most organically loved superstar amongst the WWE universe.
Yeah,
it wasn't forced. They weren't saying, "Hey, Daniel Bryan's our guy. We're going to go with him, and you're going to cheer for him, and you're going to love it." No, we begged for Daniel Bryan, and in 2014, we got it. We're salivating for this guy because we love him, because we realize how hard he works, how easy he is to identify with, and his quality of matches that he puts on.
And he's not even the best. He's not a really good talker. He doesn't have very good merchandise or anything else. It's just the wrestling.
But he's so believable.
Remember when he cut that promo on his dad, though? Was it his dad?
On who?
His dad. Remember when he cut the promo on his dad? That was the night That was the best promo he ever did.
Oh, when he passed away?
His dad had
That
just
was so sad, man.
whatever he did. I remember that was because we'd been reading about it for a day or two, or like recently, and then he came on and talked about it. That was his, that was the best thing he ever said or did, I think. I didn't even like the Mania build, like the thing with all the people and the Daniel Bryan t-shirts. I thought all that was stupid and cheesy, but because I liked them so much, I kind of just went, whatever. Anyway, so there's if you search, some people say Brock Lesnar is going to win the Rumble, and if you search and do a little bit of math equations, I believe we have proof that Brock Lesnar has no chance whatsoever of winning the Royal Rumble.
Yeah, so before, do we do it now? Do we talk about it now?
Let's do it now.
Okay, before I break the story, I just want to say thank you to Kyle, at Kyle Raynard on Twitter. He said that Justin Bailey is awesome on the Joe Cronin Show, and you guys should do more together. We're doing a lot together right now, and I appreciate the kind words. Okay, so the story broke, Joe, it was like, an hour ago? It was very short time span that this broke. It was right before we went on the air.
Yeah, it was recently. Somebody else had mentioned to me on Twitter, too, recently. I think it was last night or early this morning, something like that.
So, Brock Lesnar, his new dates have been announced. His next appearance on WWE, other than the Royal Rumble, get ready, fans, is on February 1st.
And that means, if you don't know, that means he will not be on Raw the night after the Royal Rumble, which is...
that further solidifies that he will not win this Royal Rumble.
You would think the WWE champion would be president. He'll be president. Would be present on Raw the night after the Royal Rumble, and Brock Lesnar will not be. So, what's going to happen? And that's, I think that's kind of a very telling thing. I mean, certainly he could win, and then he could just be champion, and then whatever happens to Roman Reigns could be the story on Raw. So then Brock wouldn't have to be there. But I will tell you something. If Brock Lesnar does win the Rumble and then isn't on Raw the next night, I will go into a rage that you've never seen before, because I will be so enraged. And if it's like the Roman Reigns Woe Is Me show or Retribution type of show where he tears everything apart, I'll be so pissed off. Like, you can't even imagine my enragement at that. I will go hard on WWE.
So you'll rage if he wins the Rumble and then doesn't show up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be bullshit. Also, after that, his dates, fans, is the 16th of February, which is the go-home show for Fastlane. And then his next date is the 22nd, which is the fallout from Fastlane that Monday on Raw. So it's clear that he's having a match on Fastlane. I think we can agree on that, Joe.
Now, yeah, I think he'll be at Fastlane, which is weird. But let's also say this.
That's good, though.
Right.
That gives us something to look forward to. Fastlane. Sorry to interrupt you.
No, that is good. The Brock Lesnar will be at Fastlane, because Fastlane, other than that, would really suck ass. Now let's play. Let me go to the other side of this. Maybe we're completely full of shit. Maybe this isn't a leak, or maybe this isn't a it's not a leak. It's more of a observational spoiler, if a spoiler at all. In the Brock Lesnar thing that we just talked about, I'm curious to know, because maybe you guys know, maybe our listeners know, and they can tweet me on Twitter at Joe Cronin Show, or they can donate and put it in the donation box if you want to. It's in the description box below this video. Has Brock Lesnar wrestled with the title or for the title and then not appeared the night after on Raw? I'd be curious to know that. I could see when he was champion, him not being on Raw the next night, maybe.
I don't think so, though. I was trying to think too. I don't think that the fallout after a night he appeared on a pay-per-view, that he wasn't there if he was champion. I cannot see WWE making a contract where they're champion if he defended that title or acquired that title the night of and then didn't show up the next night. I can't imagine it. I could be wrong. I'm not saying that happened, but I just can't see it.
I had to put some naughty people in the chat on a timeout.
What happened? Were they still
They were-
saying the N-word?
Yeah, they were talking. You can't say that about my black friends.
What are we talking about right now where people have to say nigger? I'm confused.
I don't know. They're 12-year-olds. I don't know.
I guess I mean, you know, I don't understand why that word is, you know, why it's coming up. I mean, is it just that it that late or that you know,
it's becoming like the new fucker in the pussy or whatever on this show.
Yeah, like
you know what I mean?
I don't understand. I mean, you know, whatever. I'm not gonna say it again. Fuck it. It's just silly. But yeah, somebody help us out. You know, you can go back to when Brock won the title at SummerSlam in 2015. What you know, do some research on his dates if you don't mind, because we don't want to do it while we're on the air. Let us know. Dude, I don't think so. I really don't.
I don't think so, but maybe. Because he had a lot of times where he wasn't there. He really, he defended the title. I'm sure he defended the title and didn't show up. And, Paul Heyman came out instead and was like, my client. You know, I mean, so, right? I mean, he could win.
Okay, Joe.
I'm leaning towards he's not winning. But
okay, Joe. He won the title at SummerSlam 2014.
Right.
And he held that title until WrestleMania 31 of April 2015. Okay, so that is your time frame. We'd have to study August, September, November, December, January, and February. We know that he defended the title at the Rumble, right, and Night of Champions,
right.
So I mean, there's some research that I've just off my memory, and especially I know Night of Champions because me and my wife went to Tennessee to see that pay-per-view, so I know that one. So he did defend his title, and that would be September and January. And then he defended it at Mania. So he did defend his title after winning it at SummerSlam 3 times on pay-per-view. Now the research has to be done. Did he never show up after a go-home show or a post-show, a Fallout show, when he had the title?
Right.
So, I mean, I guess that was kind of a clusterfuck, and it may not have made much sense.
No, it makes sense to me.
Yeah, any pay-per-view that he appeared on, did he literally not show up the next night or the night? You know what I mean? Yeah,
at least once. He just had to, even if he did it once, I'd be like, okay, well, it could happen. But I feel like if you win the Rumble and you become the WWE champion, you got to be on Raw the next night. Like, you got to be there.
Because other than that, what's the excuse?
Yeah, and it could be the old, it's Brock Lesnar. You know, he doesn't have to be there. He's a special attraction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? And by the way, just a quick fun fact. For Fastlane, we were talking about it a second ago.
Yeah.
A lot of people forget about that Roman Reigns versus Daniel Bryan match and how amazing it was.
Yeah, they had a pretty good. They had a good match, and that should be a Mania.
What's that?
Reigns should be heel, and Bryan should be face, going for the title against Reigns at Mania. That's what should happen.
And on that night, Joe, I felt like even though they were portrayed as equal baby faces, the match clearly, from the crowd's point of view, as far as the way they were reacting towards each person, that Roman was the heel and Daniel Bryan was the face. But, dude, the finish to that match was badass. I don't know if you remember, but Bryan went for the running knee and got fucking speared.
Right.
Dude, it was so amazingly epic.
That. I'm watching that tonight now that you brought it up.
I'm watching the match right now. I
put
it
about
on the network
this?
As soon as I talked about it.
What about this? What if this would be really interesting for the first time since Ultimate Warrior and Hulk Hogan? What if Roman Reigns wins the Rumble, retains the WWE Championship, Daniel Bryan ends up capturing the IC belt somehow? Like, Kevin Owens wins it, then Daniel Bryan beats Kevin Owens for it. And then everyone's popping for Daniel Bryan and Roman Reigns, and you get them in the ring a few times, and you realize, they start having like a thing about who's really the better one. Like, like it ends up being face versus face in Mania, title versus title. What do you think about that?
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that.
And then you didn't flip anybody heel.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with having 2 baby faces in the main event to fight for the title.
I think that it would turn into the Daniel Bryan show then, though, but people would really be cheering for Daniel Bryan. But once again, Brock Lesnar still has not really lost to somebody clean and put some new person over, like Roman Reigns or Daniel Bryan or somebody. He hasn't put over anybody. And I know people still say he's got another year. You don't have to do that still. Really, Brock Lesnar has not lost. He's beaten The Undertaker 2 out of 3 times, only lost once in controversy. And he beat him.
They've done a good job protecting him.
Yeah, I mean, he is just a beast. Like, I mean, nobody can beat Brock Lesnar. You know, that's the without Undertaker cheated. I think even that, to be honest, was a mistake, giving the Undertaker the win. I think more of like a count out thing would have been better, like or like a disqualification thing, like where Paul Heyman punched the Undertaker in the balls, so that like he never really lost. Like
that
he didn't.
Was silly.
But yeah, with him like hitting him in the balls and then
the big blow off at Hell in a Cell when Brock hit him in the nuts as payback and got the huge reaction from the crowd. Then he F5'd him on the open wood on the ring. I mean, it was just, it was silly. I mean, I enjoyed their series that they had, but it was just kind of done silly.
The Don just sent a Twitter thing about when you asked Joe Cronin Show if he likes Reigns. And it's Dean Ambrose going, nope.
Hey, this is for Awesome Auntie.
Oh.
There you go.
Awesome anus.
I got to save the farts for monetize this, don't I?
Yeah, you got to do. We're in the wrong show. You got to separate the shows.
That's my bad. This is why I'm the producer, not the host.
Yeah, you're having all kinds of problems. You just want to do monetize this every night. You're like, let's go back into that again.
Yeah, I'm surprised I haven't got another beer yet. Nobody's bought me a beer. What's going on?
Well, that's the problem. This ain't monetize this, man. We're going to get some serious wrestling talk here. That's the audience we're drawing. We're drawing that audience.
We want to remind the fans, man, you can donate to the show, and you can also get on the voting board for who you want to win the Rumble. If you donate $1 and you say Roman Reigns, you're saying you're donating one vote to Roman to win the Rumble.
I don't think anyone's doing this tonight. I think people are like, nope, this isn't happening, like Dean Ambrose.
Well, at this point, I'm winning the Rumble.
You are winning. You're gonna win the Rumble tonight. You seriously, like you're fucking
I'm
winning,
the
dude.
Rumble. Look at the chart, dude. You can't argue with numbers.
Where's Oh yeah, start that show up, man. Look, there you are, Justin Bailey up top. Pennzoil Pete donated $3. He gave you 3 votes. Justin Bailey is winning the freaking Rumble tonight.
It's happening, dude. Don't be surprised when Justin Bailey comes out of that fucking curtain. I am going to be one of the 9 unknown people in the Rumble.
How annoying is it going to be when like you realize those 9 slots like are like just shit bums?
Yeah, they're like the Boogeyman and DDP.
Oh God. Oh, DDP I'd take, but he's already done it. I don't think he's coming back again.
Yeah, like last year it was the Boogeyman, DDP, and then Bubba Ray Dudley came in.
Oh, the Dudley Boys, are they on there? Because that's okay.
Well, they're in that fucking. Let's talk about this stupid qualifier match they're having.
Yeah.
So fans, listen to this. There's a qualifier match on the pre-show. Okay, the Dudleys versus the Ascension versus Jack Swagger and Mark Henry. That's right, Jack Swagger and Mark Henry are a tag team, and it gets better. Damian Sandow and Darren Young. And whoever wins earns spots in the Royal Rumble. How stupid is that?
Wait, they all win the spot? Like their team wins the spot?
The team wins the spot.
Okay, why is that?
I mean, that's what I'm thinking, I mean...
Couldn't, like, there be a women's match or a divas match or something else?
Pre-show?
Yeah.
There could be. They've been known to just fucking
But, I mean, they could have done that instead of this,
Yeah.
Is Charlotte? Who's Charlotte wrestling? Oh yeah, Becky Lynch for the title.
Don't you think they could have put like, I don't know, maybe like, well, Sasha's injured, but they could have done like Natalya versus, I don't know, Naomi or something like that in the pre-show, and they could have done this qualifier match on the pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Because as of right now, Joe, there's only 4 matches on this pay-per-view plus the Rumble.
Real? Oh, well. Yeah, that makes sense, though, because the Rumble takes up, like, an hour all the time, like an hour and 10 minutes, so...
I know that, but, like, so you have 2 hours. Are
Okay.
you really going to have a half an hour for each match?
4 matches, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That's
15.
a half an hour for each match, plus the Rumble.
Okay, you're right. That's, so there's got to be 1 or 2 more matches, or there's got to be 1 more?
Why wouldn't they add this qualifier match to give you, like, 15 minutes... And then, I mentioned on my channel, by the way, you could subscribe to on YouTube, the Best There Is podcast. I mentioned in my thing that there's so much in between time on this Royal Rumble pay-per-view, the card. that they should do those old vignettes where each person gets announced into the Rumble, except for the surprise ones, of course, which they probably plan on doing that already. But it would suck. But they could just simply add this qualifier match, Joe, on the card.
Maybe it's gonna go longer than It's gonna go longer than we think. Maybe there's gonna be something that makes this Rumble go longer. Like when Vince says there's 40 people, they have to...
Yeah, but what? We only have 4 matches, so the Rumble's going to be an hour and a half long?
I'm telling you. Look at Awesome Auntie made me this background. This is awesome.
What is it, fucking turds in my face?
No, this is real serious. He made a really good background. I'm serious. There's no turds.
It's always good. Whenever you get the background, there are no turds included. It's a win-win.
I love this background, Awesome Auntie.
I just don't think, what was the card last year for the Royal Rumble? How many matches did they have last year? They had that amazing triple threat match with Lesnar, Cena, and Rollins. That took up a good chunk of time.
Well, I've been going over some of the Rumbles recently, and I swear it was 5 to 6 matches before the Rumble, so it wasn't a lot. It's 4 matches or 5 matches. It was somewhere 4 or 5 or 6 has been it.
And there's no high-stakes stipulation match on this card. It's just simply there's a tag team title match between the Usos and the New Day. You want to just run through the card real quick and talk about it?
Yeah, let's go.
Okay, let's go right now.
It's a prediction show. We should have started this hours ago.
I know. I feel but it's okay. We still got 260 people watching us live. Big shout out to all the people. This is amazing. It's almost fucking 3:30 in the morning.
This is crazy. 3:30 in the morning. It is fucking insane.
I'm gonna bless people with 1 free beer right now.
We're going to ask you in the chat what you guys think, too. But also, while you're watching, make sure you click that like button and stick that thumb up my ass. I got that asshole that needs to be molested by your thumb, so do it, motherfuckers.
And if you're not subbed, guys, click that subscribe button. Joe is a daily video guy, man. You're going to get daily videos for the Joe Cronin Show. Okay, so, yeah, like Joe said in the chat, let us know who you think will win. So, Joe, let's start with United States Championship. Kalisto versus Alberto Del Rio.
Yeah. I think Alberto Del Rio wins this thing.
Yeah, I think so, too. I think the window for getting that huge anticipation for a Kalisto victory is gone.
Oh, yeah. They blew that whole thing.
So why, my thing is this, because we don't want to spend a whole lot of time on this match because it's just silly. Why... When you gave the title to Kalisto, instead, you teased it to where each time the League of Nations had to assist Del Rio in keeping his title, and then finally at the Rumble, something happens to where Kalisto beats all the odds, wings off all the League of Nations guys, and then finally beats Alberto Del Rio, therefore winning this title, getting a big pop for the night. Instead, they wasted it on a Monday Night Raw, only to, on the next night on SmackDown, give it back to Del Rio.
It's almost like they wanted to sort of, get SmackDown over or something. You know what I mean? They wanted to get SmackDown going.
Well, if they want to do that, they need to make the show live.
That's what's screwing me up. I thought they were going to go live with SmackDown, and in the minute I find out that it's not live, I went, oh, I don't care. If it's on USA Network. If it's not live, I don't give a shit.
Yeah, that's the thing, too. People said they were just going to, start going live in 2016, so I was pumped. But they did the same thing TNA did. They did one live edition of the show to start the year off.
Yeah.
TNA's back to doing tapings, and so is WWE. So I just don't understand why they blew their big fat wad on giving Kalisto that title on a random fucking Raw, when they could have gotten a good pop from this Royal Rumble crowd who were already anticipated for this very, unknown Royal Rumble turnout.
Yeah.
You could have had a decent pop, Joe, with Kalisto winning the title.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you absolutely could have. And they wasted it on the SmackDown, which I get what they were doing, but whatever, I guess. I mean, maybe, it does set up, it leaves them with nowhere to go with it. Who cares now? Nobody cares who has this thing. So you just got to keep it with Del Rio because he's the more interesting, who's going to take it from him? Because I don't believe Kalisto can keep it or take it from him. So
no, and I think me and you collectively agree that because of those circumstances is why Kalisto does not win the title at Royal Rumble.
Right. The Don just sent me a video of when Dean Ambrose watches the Joe Cronin show, and it's him pile driving the dummy from last year when he got his run.
Who's that?
Dean Ambrose. Remember he pile drove the dummy in the ring and then he sawed its balls?
Oh, that was fantastic.
I was loving that. I was like, this is right out. The comparisons, it's very bizarre, the comparisons to Dean that you can make for me. Like, we both dress the same. He's a little bizarre.
He does look like you.
Sometimes he does, yeah.
So,
I don't even think that much, but everyone just says that so much. I'm believing it now, because everyone's like, Joe, looks just like you.
Why you mention that, we'll segue into Dean's match. What is the chat saying for Del Rio and Kalisto? Are they saying Del Rio too?
I don't know. I'll ask that now, and I'll look and I'll see what people say. What do you guys think? Do you give a shit about Kalisto or Del Rio, and who's gonna win? And do you care? Do you not care? You can literally say I don't care. But if maybe who you want to win, I just think that I don't know, man. It's that I don't care. I should care. I should be saying like, man, give it to Kalisto and see what he does with it, man. Let him go with it. Let's see what happens. And instead, I'm saying I don't care, and give it to. I'll just keep it on Del Rio. He's the veteran, and let him wrestle John Cena when Cena comes back or when whoever.
And the thing is, too, like, when Kalisto won the title on Raw, it got a huge pop because people were thinking there's no way they're going to put the title on Kalisto. Mm-hmm. So imagine two weeks of him failing to win that title, but then gets another shot at the Royal Rumble. They're literally like, there's no way they're putting this title on Kalisto. And then he fucking wins.
Right.
Dude, the pop would be insane. But anyways, we've spent too much time on this match. Let's segue into Dean Ambrose versus Kevin Owens in a last man standing match for the Intercontinental Championship. Joe, what happens? What happens in this match?
I think they're going to get out of it with some kind of weird count out type of deal. Like where they're both double count out, somebody gets knocked out. Just some weird way of getting out of it. That way, they can continue it. I honestly, at this point, unless there's some kind of bigger plans that I don't know about, I want to see Dean Ambrose and Kevin Owens take this feud to Mania, like in a ladder match or something. Like they have another match at Fastlane, then they go to Mania with like a friggin' like ladder match or Last Man Standing or something that leads.
It's a long time to go with this feud.
Yeah, I know it is a long time, but
because what is the official date for Mania? Is it right at the beginning of April this year, or is it still in March?
I don't know. I know it's always different every year, but it's I think it's I think it's I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know what the Mania date is.
While I've enjoyed the feud with Kevin Owens and Dean Ambrose, I don't know that I would want to see this go for another 2.5 months.
It's April 3rd, by the way. It is April this year.
Jesus. So, yeah, it's like almost 3 months more you'd have to go with this feud.
Yeah.
By the time you get to Mania, people would just be expunged with the interest in this feud.
We've got Fastlane at the end of February, and yeah, we have to wait a long time for Mania. It's going to be a long Mania build. Like, there's going to be...
That's good. I'm glad for that because you know what? We're excited for Royal Rumble because it's been quite a while for a build up to the Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
That's the thing. The longer you wait for these pay-per-views, the more anticipated the fans get and the more, excited for the next upcoming event it gets. But again, we're talking about Dean Ambrose and Kevin Owens and where they go from here. The thing is, my thing is this. This, to me, has to be the blow-off match. Because, I guess you could take it to Fastlane because technically they had their match at TLC, right, where Dean won the title?
Yeah.
Okay, so a last man standing match in the Royal Rumble, which last man standing is usually your run-of-the-mill blow-off style stipulation match. So if this match ends in a funky, double, count out or whatever you want to call it, double, neither guy can stand on their feet anymore, what's the stipulation for Fastlane? Where do you go with their stipulation in Fastlane?
That's a good point. Maybe they could do a lumberjack match at Fastlane.
That would suck.
It would suck, but just to do something dumbed down to get to the Mania match. I mean, you're right. Where do you go? Last man standing? I mean, ladder match is the only place to go, to me.
Because remember, Rusev and Cena's blow-off was a last man standing match.
Yeah.
Think about how many matches have been last man standing matches for their blow-off. So something tells me that I believe Kevin Owens wins this match at the Royal Rumble.
Wins back the title from Dean.
Wins back the title from Dean at the Rumble by some weird, I don't understand. They would probably fuck it 10 different ways.
Suckerage.
And screw it up, that he wins it. But something tells me that they want Kevin Owens to go to Mania as the Intercontinental title because he just looks so much better with that title.
But
like his entrance makes much more sense when he has a belt.
It does. It's weird. But what happens to Dean then? I mean, that's
the problem.
It
where
is
do
the
you
problem.
go with Dean?
Why don't? See, I think the safe thing is to keep the feud to the Mania. To be honest, but I just don't know.
And you know what,
you
Joe? You may be right.
What about Sami Zayn coming back and then he ends up wrestling Sami Zayn?
Well, what's scaring me about Sami Zayn is it looks like they're setting Sami Zayn up for the big takeover event.
Yeah, you're right.
So I'm scared that Sami Zayn is going to be saved for the huge Finn Balor versus Sami Zayn match at the NXT TakeOver Dallas.
Shit, dude, I don't know. I'm so stumped on that one. I don't know. Unless Daniel Bryan, like we said, he comes back and he ends up getting Kevin Owens after Dean loses it. But then Dean needs a rematch.
Yeah.
So Dean gets his rematch at Fastlane.
And then loses.
But that's really that makes Dean look real bad.
Well, they've made him look bad for quite some time now.
This would be really bad. Like to have Kevin Owens come in there and beat him twice. I mean,
yeah,
I get that, and I think both of these guys are important, and he can't protect everybody. People got to lose, But I just think that it would be that would be some real dangerous. Like I'm afraid to do that. I'm afraid right now to do that. I'm thinking, like I said, send them both to Mania, with the title.
Joe, what I'm scared of. Here's another thing to look forward to, though. Before I say what I'm about to say, I think we're showing fans that there is more reasons to tune into the Royal Rumble other than just to see the outcome of the Rumble itself.
Yeah.
Because the Kevin Owens and Dean Ambrose finish is very intriguing to me because however the finish of this match turns out is indeed what we'll get for Mania. That's how I feel.
I agree.
So if Kevin Owens does, in fact, beat Dean Ambrose in any way, shape, or form for that title, it's pretty safe to say that whoever wins that title or retains the title tonight goes to Mania with that title.
Right.
So you're saying is there a double count out, though, in a last man standing match?
No,
Doesn't that kind of negate the stipulation?
Yeah, but couldn't they both get knocked out and then counted to 10? That's happened.
Do they do that, though?
Yeah, that's happened before.
Okay. All right.
It sucks.
Yeah, that's probably what happens.
It sucks when it happens, but
that's probably what happens then, I would assume.
The good thing is when someone gets knocked out, even if just one guy loses, it's not too bad because like you could be like Dean and him could be in the back fighting really hard and everyone's bleeding or whatever the fuck is happening. And like Kevin Owens could like grab like a steel pipe and hit Dean in the head with it and then win. And Dean doesn't really look weak because he took a shot to the head from a steel pipe, He didn't lose by pulling on a TV and getting electrocuted.
So you think that, did you say somebody else hits him or you think Kevin Owens uses an object like that?
Yeah, Kevin just hits him in the head. Or maybe, remember what he did to Sheamus? Sheamus could come back. Sheamus could attack him after what he did to Sheamus, remember?
I feel like a fucking tool right now.
Why?
You want to know why?
Why?
For some reason, I thought I knew it was a last man standing match, but I'm thinking an I Quit match in my head. Like I'm thinking somebody has to say, yeah, I can't do this anymore.
No, yeah, they don't have to say anything.
That's how much of a shit bum I am. Like maybe it's because I'm drunk. I don't know, but like, yeah, like there's a chance since this is just a last man standing match that somebody either helps Kevin or he literally just fucking waffles Dean with, like you said, a pipe or something.
Yeah, and it's okay. Anybody can lose because, fuck, that guy just took a shot to the head with like a goddamn ladder.
And it doesn't hurt Dean, I don't think.
I don't think it hurts anyone unless he does something dumb again, like fucking grabbing a TV, trying to pull it when the cords are tight, and then ripping it and then exploding, and then he electrocutes himself and loses. That
was so silly. That was a TLC 2 years ago.
That was the weirdest thing.
Him and Bray, right?
Yeah, it was.
That was gay.
That spot could have been done. I get it. That could have been cool if he like exploded in his face and he like fell over and like it was weird, and then but he didn't lose. Like it'd be cool if he didn't lose. Like it would have been just cool if he was trying to pull the monitor and like all the fire started. Like that'd be like, whoa, what the hell is that about? And then like somebody ended up using the TV later on, like pile driving the other guy through it or something. But that was just stupid. I saw a pile driver last night at the indie event, and I was shocked.
That move scares me every time I see it.
Can you believe that, though? Because, I mean, it's weird.
They do it here in Indiana, too, at indie shows.
But it used to be done. I did it in my backyard all the time. Like, I mean, like, everyone did the pile driver. Like, if you watch wrestling, like, even, like, the pile driver was used like a slam.
Yep.
Like, it wasn't. Jerry the King Lawler used it as a devastating finishing maneuver. And for a while, I can remember people saying it was dangerous, and I used to think, like, why is it dangerous? That's just a pile driver. But it's just so weird because you don't see it. I don't even see it on the indies a lot at all. So the other night, what happened was the guy lost the match to Mike Bennett. Jason Daniels lost the match to Mike Bennett, and he's kind of a smaller guy, Jason Daniels,
Yeah.
And he got really beat up at the end by Mike Bennett, but he looked strong in the match. And then Mike Bennett, kind of patted him on the back and put him over, and everyone started chanting for him. Then TK O'Ryan comes out, and he's a really tall guy, and he beats the crap out of Jason Daniels, and he violently goes up and like pile drives him, and I like couldn't believe it, and it was really effective because here's this smaller guy who's fairly new, and he's getting put over by Mike Bennett, who's in the best shape of his life, and this guy just spike pile drive. I mean, he didn't do the Owen Hart spike, but he did the pile driver. Like he jumped up and everything, and it was like whoa. Like
it's crazy.
You don't see that move. That is a move that shouldn't even. Many things shouldn't be used in wrestling, and he got blindsided with it. That type of thing. It was just. Forza Ferrari just donated. Why are the donations not coming up? Oh yeah, because I just had the thing muted. Sorry. Forza Ferrari just donated $3.16. He says, smash 2 motherfucking beers together like Stone Cold Steve Austin and shove them between your buns.
Is he talking to me?
Yeah, Forza Ferrari just donated. Just popped up.
I can promise you I'm about to smash. Oh, so I have to drink 2 beers.
Yeah, you have to drink 2.
Okay, I can do that.
Fuck yeah. Thank you, Forza, for donating, man. We appreciate it.
Very much so. I want to say that we have a guy here for a promotion that I work for. He's the champion, and his finish is the package pile driver.
Ooh.
Like Kevin Owens back in Ring of Honor.
Sounds sexy.
Yeah. All right, so I got to get 2 goddamn fucking beers because Forza Ferrari's a beast.
You haven't seen a package pile driver until you've seen him, Kevin Owens, do it to the Big Show on my WWE 2K video. Like holy shit.
I wonder if we're gonna see Andre the Giant tonight coming out with the JCS title.
Oh, that's what it was, Andre the Giant. Look at it. Awesome Auntie made a video of you. Oh my god, dude.
Awesome Auntie's a fucking tool. This is for Forza Ferrari, baby, right here.
Forza Ferrari.
Yeah, Auntie.
Yeah.
Booyah.
Wow. You're gonna shotgun these.
I'm double barreling, baby.
Clinton Gorman says Reigns will win. Reigns will win. Think he wins. Then Vince will come out and say, "You go one more." Yeah, that's exactly what I've been saying. Exactly.
I think that's actually the heavily favored outcome for tomorrow's pay-per-view.
Right.
Anyways, Joe, look, we need to finish up our prediction for Kevin Owens and Dean Ambrose, and then we can get back to what's going on in the chat and shit. So my official prediction, and I think in my Royal Rumble predictions video, I had called for a double count out or whatever it is, or double nobody lives or whatever.
Nobody gets up. 10 count, nobody gets up.
Dude, I have a hard time committing to that,
But
Joe.
after they beat the shit out of each other, if they have like an epic beating across this place, like as close to the Rock and Mankind as you can get in this era that we're in.
Dude, I just have too much of a hard time thinking that Owens doesn't win that belt back.
Really?
Something tells me, dude, they can't do this feud all the way till Mania.
I think it'd be great. Because by the time we get to Mania with it, you know what I'm saying? Like there'll be
Joe, that would be a 5-month feud.
Why not? They haven't done it enough. These guys.
It would get so fucking boring, and it would make Raw shit.
I'm so interested in it right now. Like I'm really interested in what's going to happen.
What are you going to be 2 months from now?
I'll be like, who's going to take the belt home at Mania? In the ladder match or whatever it is.
Man, I can't. I say Kevin Owens wins this match.
How about a tables, ladders, and chairs match for the IC belt hanging up on top at WrestleMania?
I personally, this is where I'm going to get some backlash. I don't want to see a 5-month feud with these guys. I don't want to see these two guys at Mania.
Do you want to see what happened last year where it's like 6 guys in a ladder match for the IC belt?
That was a good match.
It was a good match, you're right. It could happen again. Dean Ambrose could be in it again.
When
Daniel
Dean
Bryan
Ambrose
could
got
be
powerbombed through that ladder by Luke Harper, that was insane. And dude, a spot nobody ever talks about is when Stardust got suplexed off the top of that ladder.
Yeah. That was impressive. It was scary, actually. That was one of those ones where I... nowadays, I'm scared for the guy. Like, I'm like, ooh, collapsed lung. Like,
I'm right there with you. I have anxiety like a motherfucker, so huge spots scare me nowadays.
Well, you're a pussy.
I am a pussy.
I'm just going to go ahead and say for some people in the chat that don't like you, you're a pussy, Justin.
Who said that?
Yeah, Tony doesn't like you in the chat. He's
fuck
all
your
nice.
mother,
No,
Tony.
I don't like Tony. I don't like Justin. He's boring.
I'm boring? I'll show you boring, motherfucker.
This guy shits in his toilet, and gets drunk and passes out on the show.
I'm going to get 5 more beers in me, and you're going to hear one violent, angry motherfucker. I'm going to bury you all night, Tony, and you're going to go crying to your mommy like a bitch. You're never going to come back to the Cronin show.
We got to get Devious Dave Rose in here tomorrow for State of the WWE, too. Like, we got to get us 3 going tomorrow.
Absolutely. I would love to stroke Dave for another hour.
Justin, we got to get out of here, man. We got to finish this because we got to get out of here. We got other shit to do.
You know what? You're right. We do have other shit to do.
We got to get out of here. This is crazy.
My Twitter's blowing up, though, right now, man. Okay, so, all right. Let's run through it real quick, Joe. We've already discussed our thoughts on the Rumble, so we can pretty much get past that, but we'll touch on it small. All right, so
Stone Cold.
I'm saying right now that I think Kevin Owens wins the title back, personally, because I don't want to see this fucking feud go for another 3 months. Then we have the Usos tag team title match versus, the New Day defending their titles against the Usos. New Day.
Yeah, I think the New Day wins, although I'm a little worried, but I think the New Day will win.
I'm not worried at all. There's no way the Usos win this match. No way. And then we have Becky Lynch versus Charlotte.
They really are making it seem like Becky's going to win. But I'm going to say that Becky doesn't win and that Charlotte does retain. And Charlotte may even do something crazy to Becky at the end of the match.
I think this is absolute cut and dry. Where they make it to where Becky absolutely looks like she's going to win the title, and then Rick interferes. I mean, it's just, I mentioned on my predictions that it just makes sense to WWE to send a Flair to WrestleMania 32 coming out with the Divas Championship.
I just wonder who's going to, if Becky starts getting beaten up by Charlotte in this match and they're trying to get Charlotte to stop beating her up and things like that, or it will be real cheesy, like you said, Flair will interfere and that will just end like that with Becky shocked that she lost, and that would really be stupid.
I think we're looking at Becky Lynch versus Charlotte versus Sasha Banks at WrestleMania 32. I think that's what we're going to get.
What do you think if Charlotte was beating down like Becky at the end of this and Sasha came out to help her?
It would be a great innovation to the feud because it would therefore solidify the fact that these 3 girls would go on to have their big blow-off match at Mania.
Yeah.
I think that's a fantastic idea.
I would love that would be great. And that is the only, again, we said the only time we would entertain a triple threat or more than a one-on-one.
You wanted to say 3-way, didn't you?
I did want to say 3-way, and I knew where
I
would
entertain a 3-way with those 3 women any day.
Yeah, I will. I'll do anything.
Anyways, so you were saying.
I would do anything to make you come. I'll do anything. It's a typo negative lyric. All right.
Too industrial for me.
I'm gonna say industrial. They're
Yeah,
like Black Sabbath and Pink Floyd meets goth. Come on.
Right?
Nobody knows what I'm talking, except for PS Carnivore, who's a big typo negative fan. We love each other. No, I would say, yeah. I mean, Charlotte's gonna retain this thing, so that's it.
My thing is Charlotte goes to Mania as the champion. That just, I think what we do is Charlotte retains her title here. Maybe at Mania we have the stipulation that it's Becky versus Charlotte versus Sasha, with Ric Flair being banned from ringside or something goofy like that.
Absolutely. WWE should hire me, by the way.
Why?
I just decided to say that.
Oh, okay.
Why the fuck doesn't TNA allow me to have their wrestlers on my show?
Yeah, that's bullshit, and we'll get into that a little more.
I'm gonna start a huge campaign about that. Everybody tweet at Dixie Carter. Why the fuck won't you let TNA wrestlers on the Joe Cronin show?
I've tried to book many stars on TNA, and every time their fucking agent, Eric Barnes, denies me when I try to get these fucking guys on Joe's show.
Fuck Eric Barnes.
I was a fucking pubic hair away from getting Gail Kim on this show.
I'm a big Billy Corgan fan. Where's Billy Corgan? I love the Smashing Pumpkins. I love Billy Corgan. He's got some kind of pull over there. Billy, what the hell's going on?
I know. We need to get Gail Kim's Asian tits on this show.
Yeah. I want Gail's backside.
I want her bumhole on this show.
Maybe I should go after Vince. Vince Russo knows Billy Corgan now. And Vince Russo's been on the show. I can give Vince Russo. VinceRussoBrand.com, right? Oh no, yeah.
Okay, so we got to get out of here, guys. It's been fun. Let's give our final predictions, Joe, for who wins the Royal Rumble. I'll let you have the honors.
I'm gonna say it doesn't make any sense now. I don't know what to say. Daniel Bryan wins, but then he got the title. So I'm gonna go ahead and say that it's not gonna be Brock. It's I'm going to. I want it to be Bryan. I don't want it to, and it's not going to be Brock. I want it to be Bryan, but I'm going to have to pick the stupid safe surprise of Triple H. I'm picking Triple H.
Okay. My official pick, I'm going to say that it's Roman Reigns.
Okay.
Please, I welcome you to tweet me at Justin Bailey IND. You can send me all your hate you want. I just think that they've pent all of their chips on making sure Roman gets built. This is all built around Roman Reigns 1 versus all. I just think that this is probably another building block to Roman Reigns' career. So there you go.
Big ones, man. You get the big balls. Big balls.
I don't want it to happen. I want people to know that I don't want that to happen.
Yeah, I know.
I would, if I had it my way, I think Brock should win, or I think Triple H should win. I think Daniel Bryan should win because I would love that. There's so many people I would rather win, but to me, it's going to be Roman Reigns. I'm sorry, man. That's just the way I see it.
The Don just tweeted at WWE, hire Joe Cronin.
There you go.
You got to tweet at some of the brass over there that you know about too. Treat like Triple H and like NXT, like William Regal.
Maybe we can get Awesome Auntie to quit editing pictures of my face on fucking steaming turds and have him edit brass rings with your face.
Exactly. What the hell are you doing? Auntie, you're crazy.
He is crazy.
All right, so we talked about the whole idea of Stone Cold being there and Goldberg and Daniel Bryan's probably coming back based on what we heard. The idea that Brock Lesnar's not booked the night after on Raw, so that makes me feel like really he absolutely won't win this thing.
Huge news. Huge.
That is pretty big news, yeah.
It really is, and it's been a lot of fun talking about this. And dude, we have 280 people watching us live right now.
We're going out on top right now.
Yeah, we're going out big, man, and we got more shows coming up. Joe, are we going live? What are we doing?
I don't know, but we're gonna.
I'll keep you guys updated on Twitter what Joe and me are talking about.
We're going to talk about sex.
We're going to talk about dirty, rotten bum sex.
We're going to go offline now, but we're going to...
we may come back up. You never know.
Yeah, stick around. I'm going to poop. Good night.
What?
I don't know, dude. I'm fucking dead. I don't know if you can tell. I'm checked out of the building. I'm like, oh.
No, I mean, we had a really good Rumble prediction, so it's been a lot of fun.
Some of it. Was Rumble
No,
prediction?
all of it. All
was
of it
all
was
good?
fantastic.
Okay.
Especially when Forza Ferrari bought me 2 beers. That was fantastic.
Shit bum. We'll see you guys later. Check out more of all the videos that are going to continue. Gemini, thanks for the follow on Twitch. Check out Justin Bailey's channel, The Best There Is podcast on YouTube. If you want to go listen to him get crazy on his channel that's growing. On Twitter at Joe Cronin Show. Tweet my ass tonight. There's all the shit over there on that corner right there. You can read it all. I just made a crazy face in the camera. All right, we'll be live after the Royal Rumble and more videos coming before that. And it's going to be a wild night. And I got the Patriots playoff game for me tomorrow. That's... Fuck, man. What am I going to do? I saw a dick. I saw a dick. I'll swallow you. Subscribe. I just drank rat poison. Am I gonna die?
There's not a good chance you'll live.
Oh, that's... Oh.